Started with a 74 F250 crew cab.
How are we going to pull this interior together? So I had a stack of leathers, I had a stack of tartans,
There was no intention to do a SEMA build.
it was on time, as delivered.
That burgundy color on the outside really is my favorite part.
Really just ties the whole truck together, man.
I've been a fan of Fat Fender for several years and followed all their projects. I've been working on this truck for several years, and one of the biggest questions that we had was how are we going to pull this interior together? And it just so happened when the time came, Fat Fender started launching their interior kits.
So we started with a 74 F250 crew cab, and it was a bone stock truck. The desire was to put a diesel in it ultimately, and so we kind of started with the chassis. Started with custom 2011 F250 axles and custom brackets and coilovers, and really that kind of started the genesis of this truck.
And so I reached out. Logan responded to me really quickly. We had a lot of calls, went through the color palette, everything that we were wanting to do with the truck. And I'm great about pulling together, you know, wheels, tires, exterior color, but when it came to the interior, I really kind of just relied on Logan and Fat Fender to pull that together for me.
I mean, exactly kind of how I said. He reached out, he had a general vision, you know, and sent me some pictures of the truck. Beautiful crew cab that it was, man. We just kind of played on that with some of the plaid.
And so that when he sent me, emailed me over those color waves, and he's just like, I don't know if you've seen this, but we can do this on the door cards. You know, they had a couple projects in process that were utilizing some of the plaid, but when he showed me the tartan, and I'd seen that before on Porsche seats, I was like, that's it. Especially with the color combination that we were going, to be able to kind of pull that out with the color, doing the Wimbledon white on the dash and giving it some breakup. So, I mean, you guys sent out all the color swatches. I mean, immediately it was like leathers. I had a stack of leathers, I had a stack of tartans, it was literally like working on interior. My wife's an interior decorator, so being able to have that stack and then able to show her and get her idea and some of her vision for it, it just really, you know, takes a lot of the complexity out of the project.
So Jeff wanted some fabrics in the seats and in the door cards, so we were able to really tie in the outside color with this Porsche plaid. I think it's a tartan, right? Yeah, tartan plaid. Really just ties the whole truck together, man.
Fat Fender Garage did a great job on the upholstery. It just turned out and brought the outside in and the inside out, so it worked out just perfect on this truck. So,
and he said, he goes, let me go back to our internal designers and see what they think. And that's really what I needed. I needed the nudge, because a lot of people will sit back and say, well, what do you want? And they'll agree with you, and you may or may not be sold on it. But when Logan came back with the design that Fat Fender come up with, and they said, listen, this is what we would do. This is what would look best if it were our truck. And kind of hard not to go with it, especially after you see the finished product.
Jeff was great with his overall vision and communication with the build. Definitely prepped us, letting you know that the truck was going to SEMA, so we handled it with that care, knowing like, you know, this is going to represent not only his, you know, taste and his build, but also his company, right?
Yes.
So it's like, that's a big responsibility that we hold. So I'm glad you're happy with what we delivered, and it looks killer, man.
very happy with the outcome of this truck. Lots of hands were involved, and we appreciate everybody's support and everything that happened to get us here. And our ultimate goal was to get into SEMA and represent. And not only did we do that, but we made the top 40 so far.
You know, one of the other things I would say is that everything fit perfect. You know, all the measurements on the doors, everything, we didn't have to go back and cut and trim. Everything fit amazingly. You know, something that was really important is, since we did this one-piece headliner that you guys put together, he told me, he's like, do not put the back window in. That is the one, you're gonna have to have that out in order to install it, which is great because we had guys lined up to do the front and the rear windshield at the same time. So those are the little things that really help guide a project and keep you on time, and you're not having to do things twice. Well, I think the other thing that really drew me to the Fat Fender product was because they'd already done crew cab. Nobody else is doing that, and so just their ability to be able to, you know, turnkey a full-on interior package with headliner, dash pad, visors, door cards, everything. And the way that they design the door cards are so nice, especially when you're working to put together audio, you know, your car audio system, everything is easily accessible, it's very durable and very well built.